Today I have some very exciting things to share with you. I actually have more than one set of exciting things to share. I did some shopping this month. There will be a lot of eye candy and swatching coming up, and I really hope you enjoy it, so stay tuned if you want to see more. And I'll take the chance also to thank everyone that has been following my content over here. It's really appreciated, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so, because it really helps the channel to grow, to get the content seen by more people and all of that. You know how YouTube works, so please like the content if you like, of course, share, comment, subscribe, all of that will help me a lot. So without further ado, let's just get into it, because I only removed my address from here and opened the box, but I haven't checked anything inside yet, and I'm dying to see, because I don't remember everything I got in the order. I know there are watercolors and pencils, so let's see. It's a big box. Like I said, it's not a huge haul, but nevertheless it's exciting, because let me just put the box aside. So it's exciting because I got some of the new Roman Szmal watercolors. I love Roman Szmal, and if you are new to the channel, there is a video here where I shared all my favorite Roman Szmal watercolors from the stock I had at the time. Now I have some more to see, so I'm excited to try those. And here I have some pencils. So I got 1, 3, 5, 7 colored pencils, and I believe it's 4 watercolors. No, 4 on each box, so it's 8 watercolors I got from Roman Szmal, or 7 in this case. This box has only 3. So that is what I'm going to be swatching today. I will start with the watercolors. I have prepared, let me put them over here. So I have already prepared a little page on my sketchbook. This is the Bockingford Rough RKB fat pad. It's 300 milligrams watercolor paper, so it's great to try the watercolors. And let me share which colors I got to begin with. So I got a lot of yellows, because they have many different yellows now with this new line. I didn't get all of their new colors because I already have a lot of watercolors, so I had to make a choice at some point. So I got mostly single pigment colors, and colors that I thought I didn't have in their line, or in not a lot of them in other lines, and I wanted to check or to compare also with other brands that I have the same pigment. So the first one I have here is nickel tungsten yellow. This is PY189. Looks a bit like Schminka's titanium, rutile yellow, at least from the sample over here on the paper. We'll see. After I finished swatching these, I'm gonna take the ones that I think are similar that I have, and I will do a little comparison. The next one is Azo Yellow, PY128. I'm not sure if I have this one. And I may have just bought a Van Gogh one just to check the difference. And this is Anthraquinone Yellow, is PY147. So here you have the yellows. Then of course I could not avoid taking a quinacridone red type of color. This is quinacridone warm scarlet, and this is PR207. I may have other brands in this pigment. I have to check. And I have Pearland Scarlet. This is PR149. I have only one brand with the same pigment. That is, I think, Pearland Red by Rembrandt. I'm gonna check, compare with this to see. Then I have Phthalo Blue turquoise shade. Is PB15 column 4. This is a fairly like regular color in all brands, but I thought I didn't have anything like this on the Roman Szmal line. I was curious to see. It's a good mixing color as well. And the one that I was very excited about is this purple that is called Strontium Violet, and this is PV62. And doing some research, I found out that is the same pigment of Schminke's Cobalt Violet hue, I believe. And that's a great color for mixing granulating colors. It's present in many of the mixtures of the super granulating set, so I thought this is a very good one to have, and I really recommend, even before testing, I would recommend to get it because it's a great price, and it's a good standalone or mixing color. And I got all of these in ArteMiranda. They were having sale, I think it was 20% on the price of watercolor, so I could not resist. So I'm gonna be opening these now, and then I'll come back to swatch. I'm back. So I unwrapped all of the paints. I also named them here using Sharpie, because they don't come with any indication of the color name. So if you have a lot of Roman Szmal paints, it's very easy to mix them up. So I really recommend to use a permanent pen to write the name and the pigment code on the pens. Some of them were a bit sticky still, and you can see here I kept the glassine that comes covering the paint, so I can still use these to swatch. And I also took the time to write all the info over here about these colors. So the best part, now let's start swatching. I'm gonna be using one of those transom brushes I got on Prime Day a while ago. I'm gonna leave a link below if you're interested. They are really nice to use and quite affordable. So I will start with the Nickel Tungsten Yellow. It looks like a very pastel opaque type of yellow, similar to Nickel Titanite Yellow. That will be the rutile yellow for Schminke. They also have it, I think, for Winsor & Newton, but that one is PY53. This one is PY189, but it's quite similar. You can see it's quite opaque as well. In the wrapping it says semi-opaque or semi-transparent, but I would say this is opaque. I'm gonna try to do a little strip here of this color diluted just to see how it looks. And later on I can make a little side swatch of the other one I mentioned, the Nickel Titanite Yellow PY53. I hope you can see well. I will show you a close-up at the end as well. once they are all dry. For me it's a bit shiny because it's very watery still. I hope it's not too disturbing on the video, the lighting, because I have the skylight here, so it's a bit hard to control the natural light. The next one is Hazel Yellow. This one looks to me a bit like some type of Indian yellow. Let's see. It's not as warm as an Indian yellow, I think. But it's a very nice medium yellow and it's transparent. And in the wrapping it says it's a medium staining, so it can be useful also for glazes. And this is a pigment that I didn't have any other brand with this PY128. And then I saw that Van Gogh had this pigment, which is surprising because Van Gogh is the student line of Royal Talents. Their artist line is Rembrandt. So I bought it to see how it behaves, so I'll be comparing to this as well. And now we have Anthraquinone Yellow. And this one was very sticky. I'll try to grab it here from the glassine and see if it's enough to swatch. Yeah. This is a really warm yellow. This reminds me a bit of, I think it's called chrome yellow from Schminke. I'm gonna leave here the name when I'll be editing, and the pigment. It's nice because they released these new yellows, and they had also an orange. I don't remember the name now. I can add here after when I'll be editing, but they're all different. Sometimes you see brands release like multiple reds or blues or whatever, and many of them are quite similar, so you are not sure what to get. But I'm very happy with my selection here because they're all different. This is more pastel, this is more like medium yellow, and this is a very warm orangey yellow. So far so good. Now I have another one that was a bit sticky here. This is Quinacridone Warm Scarlet. And I really love queen reds, so that's very, very beautiful, very vibrant. Strangely enough, in the wrapping it said that it was transparent, but when used like this in mass tone, it almost looks semi-transparent. I don't know, maybe I took too much paint. But it's a beautiful pink tone. I love using this type of reds on their own, but they are great for mixing as well. They mix beautiful oranges and beautiful purples. Now another red that I really like, this is Pearland Scarlet. By the way, the Queen Scarlet was PR27. Now we have Pearland Scarlet. Yeah, I really like this type of red also. It's kind of like a blood red, I would say. And I only have Rembrandt version of this same pigment, and theirs I think is called Perylene Red. Now it's time to get into the blue and the violet. I hope my water is not too dirty, that I can still use it without affecting the color. And now we have phthalo blue turquoise shade. This is PB15 column 4. As every phthalo is obviously a staining color, which is good for glazing techniques. And this is a very beautiful one. It's really a beautiful dark turquoise. I love it. I'm really glad I got this color. Usually I'm not excited about this type of colors because they're so common in every manufacturer. They always have a phthalo blue, phthalo green, but this one looks really, really beautiful in mass tone. Also diluted, it's quite nice, but I prefer it on mass tone. And I think this is more comparable to, there's this Schmincke's, I think I even shared this on my video. I'm gonna leave a card also here on my favorite Schmincke colors. There's a color called Helio Turquoise, and I think it's similar to that. I'm gonna swatch afterwards to compare it. And the last one is Strontium. This color is so hard to say. Strontium Violet PV62. I also got a bit of it stuck to the glassine here, so I'm gonna use that. Wow. Oh my god, I'm so excited because I have the same pigment from Schmincke and it's really, really pale. There's just granulation, but you almost cannot see the color. But this, oh my goodness, I'm shocked. It's so nice. I love purples. I know a lot of people that paint with watercolor don't like purple. I see sometimes videos, people mentioning that they don't like purple. For once, I love purples. I have purples of all sorts of tones. And this one is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. And the granulation is very pronounced. Maybe it's not very visible here now, but when this will dry, and this it says as semi-opaque, but I would say can even be considered opaque in mass tone because it's really rich. So, oh my goodness, I'm very happy with these colors. I like all of them. They are beautiful. Roman Szmal, they just blow me away every time they release new colors. They have already such a huge catalog of colors, and they're always adding new colors. They're always working and looking to include new pigments in their line. I think it's nowadays the brand that releases the most colors yearly. You have Schmincke that has the super granulation line, but these are all like mixed pigment colors. They're convenience colors, but Roman Szmal is always adding single pigment colors every year to their line, so that's great. Now, while these are drying, I am going to take the chance to swatch these pencils over here. So the first two that I'm swatching are two of the new Inktense pencils. I have a 36 set and maybe one or other single color I bought separately. I confess I don't use these pencils as much, but these colors, they looked so beautiful that I could not resist. So I got pink flamingo and lime green. So let's see. I'm gonna do a general swatching here so I can also dilute it, because these pencils, they can also be used like watercolor pencils. They are water soluble. It's a beautiful lime green. But I'm sure that when it's diluted, it will be looking more like a chartreuse or... Oops, I just blew the paint. Yeah, to be a bit more neon, I guess. Let's do the other one and then I will dilute both. So this is the flamingo, pink flamingo. Wow, very vibrant. They didn't have any similar colors before that I know of for the Inktense, so this is a really good addition to their catalog. I'm excited to see these now diluted. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do maybe this half here. Wow, it's such a beautiful color diluted. I like more than used as a regular colored pencil, to be honest. And it's so rich that I'm still able to use it. Look at this, just with what is in here. So if you use this diluted, it can last you a long time. Let's see the pink now. That's so rich that even with the water, it's still very opaque. This looks very similar to a queen red, actually, which is nice. Really beautiful colors. Now I almost regret not having taken more. They had some beautiful turquoise and blues as well. So yeah, I might need to get other of their new colors because these are gorgeous. And now the other 5 pencils I got are from a Caran d'Ache line that I find it really underrated here on YouTube. I don't see a lot of love for it as there is for Luminance, for example, but I really love these pencils. They are my favorite from Caran d'Ache, and I've tried, and I have many Luminance. I have also the Museum Aquarelle, but I don't know, these ones, they're so soft and buttery that I love them. They are the Supra Color Soft, and they are all water-soluble pencils as well. So I'm gonna start with the yellow. And I'm gonna do the same I did here. Maybe I have 5, so maybe I'll do here on the side. So the first one is called Naples Yellow. I think these pencils are considered like one step down from the museum aquarelle, but they are not student line, that I can tell you, because they even have the light fastness on them. And I love how these pencils behave. They are one of my top pencils, most used pencils. I like them so much that I separated all of my colors in a single cup to reach for them easily. I have all the other pencils separated by color, but these ones, they are so beautiful that I decided to have a cup only for them. Now I'm gonna try this one. This is Jade Green. I have this same color in Neo Color 2 and I love it. And also I've been thinking, because I like this pencil so much, I've been thinking of dedicating a whole video just to swatch all the ones I have. Let me know in the comments if that's something you would like to see. I find their colors are beautiful and they are less expensive than the Caran d'Ache Luminance. Sorry, I had my alarm started ringing over here. I had to interrupt the video. Let's get back to it. So now I have the ultramarine blue, which I don't know why I didn't have before, because it's such a staple color. And I have many other blues from this line. Oh, I hope I'm not shaking too much the camera. Now we have Periwinkle Blue. There's an airplane flying over. You may be hearing this in the background. This looks very similar to the Strontium Violet. It's interesting. And the last one I have is the Slate Gray, which I will add here in at the bottom. Beautiful gray as well. There's a bit of dust with the pencils, but it's not overwhelming. I think that Inktense they release more dust than the Super Color Soft. Let's see how these perform diluted now. I'm gonna dilute like this. And this also is a very similar color. It's kind of a mix between the nickel tungsten yellow and the azo yellow, so that's interesting as well. Now jade green. It's a beautiful minty green. Bit more transparent with this one. And I would say it's a bit staining also, maybe, because I can still see the half circle I created. Very faint now, but Maybe there's some phthalo pigment over here. Now the ultramarine. This one I find beautiful, diluted or used as a colored pencil. The periwinkle blue. This one, when you dilute it, you see that it's more of a reddish violet compared to this one. This is definitely more bluish. It's a beautiful tone, and it looks even that it has some texture, like we'll see when it dries. And the last one, the slate gray. Very nice gray. Kind of on the warm side, I would say. So, oops, clumsy me, just got my fingers on the paint. So I'm gonna let this dry, name the colored pencil swatches, and once I do everything, I'll be back here to show you the close-ups and to compare to the other colors. I'm back. The paints are dry. The first one, though, nickel tungsten yellow, I think I left a bit too much concentration of water here on the paper, so it dried a bit sticky, and you can see there's still like a drop that didn't fully dry. In some of them you can see there's a kind of aureola, a bit shiny. I think it happens also because they must have honey in their composition. This happens to me also when I use Sennelier paints. If you happen to leave a bit of water and paint accumulate in some area, they can dry a bit shiny. So I'm gonna show the close-ups now. I hope you are able to see well here with the close-up, and I love all the colors I got from Roman Szmal. I am particularly biased towards these three, I guess. I really love this azo yellow, and I think it's also a very nice color combination. Azo yellow, the violet, the cream red, also the pearland scarlet. I love it. All of them are beautiful, but I guess these two and these two are the one that I like the most. And like I promised, I also separated some of my swatching cards here to show you. So I have here the Schminke Horadam Rutile Yellow, that is PY53. I hope you are able to see. It's a slightly more earthy, more muted, but still it's quite in the same family, I would say. It's a bit, if you see like this, maybe it's easier to see the difference. It's a little bit more towards ochre, this one. Then the azo yellow, because I just bought the tube, I didn't have a swatch card to compare with, so I just did a big sample in this scrap of watercolor paper. So This is Van Gogh, what is it? It's here. So it's Van Gogh Transparent Yellow Medium. And this is PY128, that is the same as Azo Yellow from Roman Szmal. And I think they are quite comparable. The Van Gogh one looks, if I can be picky, it looks slightly cooler and less luminous. I hope you are able to see it here. Roman Szmal one look a tad more like vibrant, I would say, but this is also a beautiful one and for a very affordable price because Van Gogh is a student line, like I said. Then we have the Anthracynone Yellow. This is the color I was thinking of. It's actually called Chromium Yellow Hue Deep from Schminke as well. It's PY65, while Anthracynone Yellow is PY147. But they are quite similar. If you see here, they're kind of this family of orangish yellows. I think they're very comparable. And what else? Because I don't have anything, I mean, the Queen Scarlet is really similar to Queen Red, so I didn't take anything to compare it to. I took my other Perylene Scarlet from Rembrandt. That's the Rembrandt one I have. They look pretty similar. The Roman Szmal here looks slightly more vibrant, but I would say they're pretty comparable. Maybe it's the mass tone, because if you look here, they're quite similar. I would say maybe a bit more muted. And what else? The Phthalo Blue Turquoise shade, I was thinking of Helio Turquoise, but actually it's more similar to Schminke Helio Cerulean. This is PB15:3 and this is PB15:4, but they are pretty similar as well. You can see here. They're very, very similar. And last but not least, the one that excited me the most is Schminke's Cobalt Violet Hue. So you see what I'm talking about? The Schminke one, it's very pale. It has a lot of granulation for sure, as it has this one. I hope you can see here. Sorry, I think I hit the camera, but I'm trying to show you here the close-up. You can see the granulation diluted, of course. You can see a lot of granulation, and also in mass tone it's a beautiful texture, which you can also see in the Schminke version, only that I find this one more decadent and beautiful and rich. I really, really love it. I think this is my favorite color of the whole new catalog for 2023. This is a really special one, and if you have to have at least one color of all of the new ones, I would highly recommend that. Mostly if you like granulating mixtures and you like Schminke's super granulating paints, you can do a lot of beautiful mixes with this color here. So yeah, we arrived to the end of the swatch. I hope you liked this mini art haul from ArteMiranda, and I really liked everything I got, and I still have more watercolors to share with you, handmade watercolors that I got, and I'll be posting other videos soon. So if you like, please like the video, sign for notifications, hit that bell button, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you here soon. Bye!